the Sacramento Comedy Spot. Welcome to Ha Ha Heathens.
Me and buddy dress up like the Reservoir Dogs, like black tie, black slacks, white shirt. And we get on mountain bikes and chase real Mormon missionaries around through the town just to have some fun. I think this would be a lovely afternoon. So basically, here's the idea. Here's the way this idea works out. We wait for Mormon missionaries, real Mormon missionaries, to like leave a place, and then we go to the place just after them, knock on the door, all dressed right, and then say, "Hey, were two men just here?" "Oh, they were." "Well, we're the real Mormons. And we want you to know that those two guys, they weren't with us. We have no idea who they were with. Did they leave you anything? They left you a Book of Mormon? We need that back." Yeah, we'll wait right here. You go get us that Book of Mormon. We want it right back. "Okay, person." We knocked on the door. We have to, we'll fess up to you. Me and the other Mormons, we were talking last Sunday, and we decided we don't want you. Maybe we could all like dress up like Reservoir Dogs, black tie, black slacks, white shirt. We could all get on mountain bikes and form like a dangerous Mormon downtown gang, biker gang. Yeah, like we see Mormon missionaries and say, "Hey, who said you could proselytize here?" I think it would be great.
So, anyone here believe in God? All right, good meeting. Same time next week. I'm not an atheist comedian. I'm a comedian and an atheist. Like if I was like a birthday clown on weekends and fought fires like Monday through Friday, I wouldn't be like the clown fireman. I'd only be that if I like showed up at the fire with the clown outfit on. Proceeded to shoot seltzer at the anyway. When I was a little kid, I went up to my pastor and I was like, "Go ahead and put the bottle down. I got a question." I'm in school now, and we're researching that history stuff. And I've noticed that there is a not insignificant sum of misery in the world as it was. And I watch the news with my dad now, and it turns out that hasn't changed at all. And I was just wondering, like, if the big God thing that you're selling is real. I'm just wondering, like, if he's able but not willing to stop the evil, and if he's able but not willing, willing but not able. I mean, he's both able and willing. Then where's it? And he's like, well, you'd probably let a lot of shit slide too if you didn't exist. Huh. That's my one God joke. I hate children. Did you hate kids when you were a kid? No, I hated babies then. When I was a baby, I hated fetuses. When I was a fetus, I hated zygotes. When I was a zygote, I hated blastocysts. And when I was a blastocyst, I hated sperm cells. And when I was a sperm cell, I hated egg cells so much that I swore that I would stab the first one I saw. I have some pretty good clown rape material. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, rape is never okay, not even self-defense, but... Well, what if it's a circus clown? I mean, how do you know? I mean, they weren't asking for it. There was so much makeup. That's it. That's the clown rape bit. I called Keith and I was like, "Hey, check it out. I wrote this clown rape bit," and he was like, "Hey, why?" And I was like, "Hey, go with what you know." He's like, it's never going to work because rape is not funny. And I was like, that's what the clowns are for. He's like, clowns aren't that funny either. And I was like, that's why we're raping them. Fucking checkmate.
You're in the the Bible, Jesus never ever says anything about homosexuality. He does mention divorce, though. He said divorce is adultery, and adultery is one of those 10 commandments, which God will kill you for. But Christians have the highest rates of divorce in the country. So I think the only way to keep our Christian brothers and sisters from sinning is not to ban divorce, it's to ban Christian marriage. Because everyone knows that divorce begins at conception. So I was Jesus for Halloween last year. Imagine that. Imagine you're at home, handing out candy to little kids, and Jesus knocks on your door. You know you're going to hook Jesus up. No matter how you do, like, oh God, of all the days to dress like a hooker. And you can't give Jesus fun-sized candy bars. Jesus hates fun. It's got to be king size. That's the King of Kings. Besides, the little ones just fall through the holes. Really? We're going to woo on that one? I just pissed off an atheist crowd with a Jesus joke. I didn't know you could do that. It must be a miracle. Joseph Smith once wrote that when people with dark skin repented of their sins, that God would make their skins light. Which is not the dumbest thing to ever come out of a Mormon leader's mouth. Brigham Young once said that there were people who lived on the sun. And they named a fucking college after him. BYU, incidentally, still not known for their astronomy department.
How you doing, atheists? I don't know if it's a good idea bringing all of you guys away from your computers. Like YouTube is freaking out right now. The great pawnage shortage of 2010. What are we gonna do? No one's here to pwn me. Oh my God, I'm so lonely. Please fight with me. The Christians are fighting with each other. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking the time to come out. These other guys are great, huh? Yeah. You know, Richard Dawkins has become like the spokesman for atheism, and whenever they need an atheist on TV, they roll Richard Dawkins out. You know, here he is. Oh, hi, I'm Richard Dawkins. I believe in God. And it's funny because his whole thing is like, we're warm, we're human, we're nice people. Put a face to it, you know. And then Cheese comes out, and I fucking hate children and I rape clowns. Atheism. Like, when are they going to put him on Bill O'Reilly? You know, considering O'Reilly's not on our side, I'm surprised Cheese doesn't get in the gigs. He ought to go for it, you know. Next up, an atheist. Let's see what they're really all about. How do you feel about children and clowns? Hate them? Rape them. All right. Cut to commercial. No. Do you guys get the door knockers? Yeah. But I love, like, everyone tries to find different ways to blow their minds, you know. The best one of all, though, was my wife holding our beautiful 5-month-old baby. And my wife's, like, very wholesome looking, you know, and she's been up early baking and shit. And she's not wholesome, but she looks it. She'll fake you out. Great for mom. And she's got the baby on her hip, and she opens the door, and they're like, oh, God, thank God, it's not another fucking Midtown weirdo. And they say, ma'am, I'm sure you already know about this, but we're here to talk to you about Jesus. And my wife goes, oh, we're an atheist family. And she says it just like that. And they're like, I'm like, they flipped the fuck out because there's not a tattoo on her forehead. There's no fucking scars. She's not dressed like Cheese. They're just like... They've got like a little emergency bottle of baptism water. They're like trying to splash it on the baby. We already had bath time. Fuck off. I hate to fit a stereotype, but I fight. I fight all the time with theists on the internet. And I got one the other day that was just so perfect. This guy said, oh, well, why are we not evolving now? And I said, well, in your case, sir, I would say personal choice.